Okay, so the question was about Tim's decision to not plea bargain during his trial, and how he feels about that now, and then how that plays into where he sees social change coming from going forward.
Well, I'd say at the time I understood a little bit about plea bargains and juries and in our legal system. At this point, after going through that whole system, spending a lot of time with a lot of other people who have gone through that system, it has really deepened my understanding of how that works. There's no way I would ever take a plea bargain now, and I would strongly discourage anyone else from taking a plea bargain. You know, from an activist side of it, the trial was really one of our best organizing opportunities. Mm-hmm. It was one of the biggest things that spread the story. And the main thing they were looking for with a plea bargain, the main thing the government was looking for was for me to shut my mouth. Mm-hmm. You know, the way for me to have avoided prison would have been to shut my mouth and stop telling that story. And you know, I think that was what was powerful about my actions. And after going through the whole legal system, I think that plea bargains serve several roles. I mean, the big things that I can see plea bargains doing, one is that they remove citizens from the justice system. They remove the role of citizens. They resolve things quickly and quietly out of the public eye, so that the public doesn't know what's going on. They also fast track mass incarceration. The actual logistics of how we have millions of people in prison in this country is plea bargains. That's how we're able to put that many people through that system every year. We couldn't put nearly as many people through that system if everybody had a jury trial. It just wouldn't be feasible, and it would also be in front of people all the time, because everybody would be serving on a jury every couple of years, and everybody would feel connected to what was going on, and we'd end up with a system that was probably more in line with the values of our citizenry, and people would be outraged to see how things really worked. You know, so I've seen that plea bargains aren't necessarily just a personal decision that only impacts you. Plea bargains are also a political decision that impacts everybody else who gets funneled through that system. And especially for activists, I don't think it ever makes sense to take a plea bargain.
Terry, I have a question for you. How did